Hi, my name is Ira Young, or Brother Young, I guess you will call me in this setting. Uh, I am so excited to teach this class. It was my absolute favorite class in college. I took it as an undergrad, and I took it in my graduate school, and there were even some elements of it in my doctoral dissertation. Um, it's a great class, and I'm going to tell you just briefly about some why you're in for a real treat. First of all, interpersonal communication is the study of communication in relationships. And we all communicate constantly with different groups of people, and there's an effective way to do it. And oftentimes, we don't know what that is, and we end up not being as effective as we can. So, the study, the science behind communicating is what we're going to be studying. And that having that background knowledge is going to help you be able to apply it to different settings. And that's why the second half of this class is called practice. So interpersonal theory and practice, because we're going to do both. So you're going to be, you communicate in work relationships, church relationships, personal relationships. And I tell you what, you learn how to communicate in a personal relationship. Those about you out there who are dating, you'll learn how to communicate well. Those about you out there that are newly married, you'll be able to learn how to communicate well with your spouse. Or those of you out there who've been married for years, there's a lot of great tips. I remember one example. I was taking a conflict communication class called mediation in my graduate program. And one of the things, which is a branch of interpersonal communication, we're just studying the general course of communication, but there's a lot of branches you can go off onto. But one of the things we talked about one night in class was turning your complaints into requests. So if you're in a difficult situation, an argumentative situation where there's limited resources and you're arguing for them, or a personal relationship, turning your complaints into requests. And I thought it was such a fascinating thing. I took it home and I shared that with my wife. And so we started practicing that. So instead of my wife saying to me, I wish you'd take out the garbage more. It seems like you have a hard time doing that. She would say, would you take out the garbage every week? That would be helpful. That's a poor example, but you know what I mean. We would turn our complaints. If we wanted to complain about somebody, we would actually not make it a complaint. We would request something from it. Like, you never pay attention to me. You wouldn't say that. You'd say, hey, could you maybe spend a little more time with me? Something like that. And it works. It totally worked. We noticed that it worked in our relationship. Also, another thing was to avoid extreme language, like you always and you never. Like, you never take me out on a date. Instead of saying that, you'd say, I'd like to go on a date. When should we go on a date? That's one of many tools, communication tools, that improves interpersonal communication. So I'm excited. You'll be able to learn all kinds of great skills to communicate better in any situation. If you're a business student, boy, this is really going to help you this class, because a lot of what you'll do is be talking to other people, to clients, to their business professionals, and so in any field, actually. This is a great course to have. So you're in for a real treat. We're going to discuss a lot of wonderful, exciting theories about how to communicate better.